Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. Let's go through my December home fragrance empties. It is the end of the month. It is the end of the year. I went through quite a bit of home fragrance for December. I definitely love holiday scents. Fall and holiday / winter scents really are kind of my personal favorites. Don't get me wrong, I love home fragrance the rest of the year as well. And typically in the spring and summer, I will do a lot more fruity bakery type scents. And sometimes just straight up fruity and even some florals. I've started getting into some florals. They're not really my thing, but I'm trying. But definitely the fall and winter, I go ham on bakery and tree scents and just really heavy gourmand type scents. And yeah, once again, I hit it hard this year. So I'm going to take you through everything that I finished during this month, and I'll kind of give you some mini reviews and we'll just go from there. All right, first, this was Nest Birchwood Pine. I kind of already cleaned this one out. So when I am done with specifically my Nest candles, because I really like to keep these containers, I think they're very pretty, I will put them on my hot plate warmer once the candles extinguish themselves. And what that little hot plate warmer does is it loosens the glue from the wick clip, and then I can very easily wipe that out, so I don't have to pop these in the freezer. I do still need to wash this out before it's ready to use for either votives outside in my backyard, or sometimes I will use these to put makeup brushes in. They're kind of cute jars. So anyway, Nest Birchwood Pine is wonderful. It's basically just a holiday tree scent, and I like it a lot. And this was sitting in here. Merry Mistletoe from Bath & Body Works. Look, I burned one the whole way down. And then because I like this scent so much, I also put it on my little hot plate warmer. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I will link it down below. I'll put a link to one. And you can kind of finish up the last little bit of wax in your candles, or even if you have a candle that is like half full. Typically it works best with half full candles because it takes a little bit longer with a full candle to get a full melt, if that makes sense. And sometimes, depending on how tall the candle is, you'll never get a full melt. So crocks are better for that. So, but anyway, I put this on there and it did really well. This Merry Mistletoe was a little bit lighter than past Merry Mistletoes that I've had. But that has just kind of been the general trend with a lot of my Bath & Body Works candles. So, yeah, but I still love this scent. It's really, really lovely. Frozen cranberry, sparkling pear, icy peppermint, balsam branches. It's just a really nice kind of different take on holiday scents, at least for me, because again, I like the heavy gourmand scent. So this is kind of fresh and outdoorsy, and yeah, it's Christmas in a candle. All right. Got some more Nest candles here. So this was another Birchwood Pine that I had in my guest bath. You can see I did the same thing where I cleaned it out. So this is a, it's smaller than the 8 ounce. This was it came in a holiday kit from Sephora a couple years ago. So need to wash those. This is, I was a little bit disappointed in this, but this is why I really prefer the 1 wick candles from Nest. So when I get to the halfway point with my Nest 3 wick candles, they do tend to want to not pull out to the edges again. And so I do get quite a bit of residue. You can see this one, I still need to put on the hot plate warmer to clean it out. But when I get to this last like quarter bit here, it really doesn't burn as well. I feel like maybe there's not enough oxygen getting down there. So for that reason, and you know what? I mostly noticed it with the Nest Holiday, not with the spiced orange and clove. That one actually did great. In fact, here it is. So I already cleaned this one out. Unfortunately, I decided to put this one in the dishwasher, and it This is why you don't put them in the dishwasher, because sometimes the little designs will come off. So with this one, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and recycle it because I don't like how the little design got messed up. But the spice orange and clove didn't have an issue. It's usually just the holiday. So specifically the holiday, I am not going to purchase in this 3-wick size anymore. I'm gonna stick with the 1-wicks. I love the scent, it's beautiful. It is definitely a go-to for me. And yeah, I'm gonna clean this one out though and get a little bit more fragrance out of it, probably over the weekend. And then I think that's my last 3-wick and holiday from Nest. But again, this one did fine, so I don't know. Warm apple pie. This just lived in my crock the entire time, and if you don't know what I'm referring to, I will link my old Candle Crock 101 video in the description box. I will be redoing that in the new year. It is on my list for hopefully January, fingers crossed, and yeah, I'll just put up a newer version, because the one that I will link down below, I want to say is like 3 or 4 years old now. It could use some updating. Anyway, warm apple pie is lovely. It smells like apple pie. It's from Bath and Body Works, obviously. Don't know why I just plopped that in the crock. I think I just was like, I would like to finish this candle and get it out. So I did. Another one that I've just been dying to get rid of is my very last Kringle candle. I know a lot of you like Kringles, but I've only ordered from them once and ordered probably, gosh, it was like $150 worth of candles. There were several. I just was not impressed. The throw was super light. The burn wasn't great. They actually sooted quite a bit. I do love their jars. Like these jars, any candle company that has like a nicer container, like Nest and even the Homeworks, they have that little pedestal at the bottom as well. I just really like this style. I thought the overall look of the candle was beautiful. Labels very pretty, but the performance was just so subpar based on the fact that I think it was full price on that, or I had like a small discount code or something that I used. But they were still really expensive and basically burned like a Yankee, like sooted, couldn't smell much, kind of pointless when it comes to home fragrance. Ambiance, I guess, but the sooting kind of negated even the ambiance of them. So anyway, I put this one in my candle crock. You can see that the wicks got lost in there somewhere. I meant to actually pour the wax out, except I let it harden again. So I'm gonna have to put it back in the candle crock, let it melt completely, and then I'll pour the wax out, and then I will, I do like reusing these jars. I like to put pillar candles in these in our backyard. I have, I think, well, I broke one, so I will have 2. I'll have 2 again. But yeah, anyway, Kringle, just not for me. Not for me. I'm not even interested in trying their new country candles either. It just left such a bad taste in my mouth with the first order that I made that I never even wanted to really give them another chance. Because their candles they're pricier and they don't really do a lot of sales. So for me, easy pass. I have better luck with other candle companies. I honestly, I would rather buy from Yankee, because at least there it's easy to do a return if something really sucks. So, all right, let's keep going. Vanilla bean macaron from Homeworks. Finished that down to the bottom. Loved it. Still have a couple backups. This one is lovely. I've heard several people say that they can't smell anything when they burn this. I can. The ones that I have, I bought mine at Ulta. They do well. They do really well, and such a yummy, it's just a vanilla cookie patisserie scent. It's delightful. I love it. Here is, there's actually 2 vanilla balsams that I burned to the halfway point, and then the wicks started to travel, so I automatically put both of these in my candle crocks. So they burned to the halfway point. You can see the wicks have definitely traveled because the wick glue was loosened on the bottom with being in the crock. However, even before then, these wicks traveled way too close to the side of the jar, and that makes me nervous, and I blow them out because if you get a wick that travels too far over, it can actually cause the glass to break and like essentially explode. Wax everywhere, just a big mess, not to mention the fire hazard. So that's a big no for me. I always look for traveling wicks. As soon as they start to travel, that sucker gets blown out, and that is the end of that. Here are some Holly Jolly Fresh Pine votives that I had from Chesapeake Bay. I think these I think were Home Goods. Yeah, that's a Home Goods sticker. They were $4.99. They're not crazy scented, but these were nice tea lights. They were a nice green color, so great for the holidays. I think I actually bought this a year or two ago and just finally finished them this year. I think they're worth $4.99. Let's get all of this scentsy out of the way. All right, what do I have here? A marshmallow fireside. All right. Burned to the halfway point and then put in the candle crock, and it was great for a week in the candle crock. I think I was just kind of over marshmallow fireside at this point in December and just kind of wanted to finish it up, but it is a really great background scent. It's a smoky, gooey marshmallow scent from Bath & Body Works. It comes out every fall, it comes out every holiday season, and it even comes out during the winter time. So you can probably still find this in some type of packaging at Bath & Body Works, especially during the semi-annual sale, which I have not hit up at all. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, so I might hit it up this weekend, but I'm not 100% about that. I don't know that I want to deal with crowds at the mall. I know there's a bunch of like after Christmas sales, and I don't know, the older I get, the more I just don't want to deal with crowds. And I'm not one of those people that's like, I only want to do online shopping. I love online shopping, don't get me wrong, but I do still love the experience of going in store and picking things out and being able to touch things and smell things and then pay for them there and take them home. That is still very, very satisfying. But what I don't like are people who are pushy or sales associates that are either not helpful at all or overly helpful. Not that this is a rant on my shopping preferences, but yeah, I struggle with going in store when there's like tons of crowds. Like I don't do Black Friday shopping. It's very stressful to me. I think I'm becoming more of like a hermit the older I get. I just don't have a need for people anymore, which sounds terrible, but I'm not a crowd person. Okay, here's Season's Greetings. So this one I burned completely down, but you can see that the last burn struggled. There are a few areas that did not pull out, but this extinguished itself, and then when I picked it up to bring it upstairs, it was still kind of liquid, so it was kind of sloshing around. As you can see, there's some like slosh marks on the side there, as I was carrying it upstairs, and yeah, what disappointed me about this one is it had the same beautiful Season's Greetings scent, but it wasn't as strong as the ones that I've had from previous years, and it's one of my favorite scents that Harry does for the holidays, except it's now discontinued. So you can still get it in the holiday set of 4 candles that came out. It's still up on QVC, but given that this was a little bit lighter than my liking, I'm going to pass on buying anymore. So it's fine. I have other holiday candles that I love, but I'm going to clean this out, and I do like to reuse these jars. By the way, here's the size. Here's the size difference between these two. So just slightly smaller. This one was 14 ounces, and the regular size is 18. So 4 less ounces, and there you have it. Oh, here is a root candle in pumpkin spice. I bought this one at the flower market. Bummer news, the vendor that I like to buy all of my flowers for, I'm a florist, they are no longer carrying root candles. They like clearanced everything out, and I walked in there one day and I was like, where's the root candles? And they're like, oh yeah, we decided not to carry them anymore. People weren't buying them. And I was like, ah! I really do like root candles. They're beeswax blend candles. They're really nice, but the one thing about root is they don't have frequent sales, and their shipping is kind of crazy, and they don't really do a lot of like free ship or like, you know, free ship at $75 or anything like that. They just don't. And I mean, I get it. They are a smaller company. But I really do like their candles, and I love a lot of their scents. But yeah, the fact that they don't do a lot of sales and that the shipping is so spendy, I don't know. And they did away with my favorite, what is that scent that I love from them? It was like a coconut, creamy coconut or something like that. They discontinued it, and I was like, well, of course you did. Anyway, this was pumpkin spice, lovely. I actually just put this in my candle crock in here. I really like this one. I don't know why I didn't burn it anymore. It burned fine. I think I was just looking to finish it up because this is a couple years old. And yeah, so anyway, finished it up. I need to put it back in the crock so I can pour the wax out. And then I like to keep these jars too. They're really nice jars. They're nice and thick. So got to get that taken care of. There's a lot of candles, you guys. Here's a season's greetings that was fantastic. So burned all the way down. Oh, it's such a nice scent. So the description on this one was juniper sprig, winter mint, currant, and balsam. It's just lovely. It's a lovely kind of Victorian Christmas type scent. It's beautiful. I'm really gonna miss this. I have one more left that I'm gonna save for next Christmas, and then that's the end of my season's greetings. So thanks a lot, Harry. It's fine. I'm sure he'll come out with something else that is lovely. Oh, this one was a tough one. Roasted pumpkin butter. I have one more that I'm going to save for next fall. But yeah. Hey, Bath & Body Works. Why do you suck and not come back with the most amazing scents? This came back in like a tri-colored candle at some point. I didn't buy it because I was like, I don't want sweet cinnamon pumpkin. I don't want the other thing that was mixed in there. Just come back with the roasted pumpkin butter. People love this one. Look how badly this sooted though, but I still burned it because it is such an amazing scent. And then I also put it in my candle crock to finish it off. Like there is no scent left in this. But yeah, this one sooted a lot towards the end, but I still kept it lit because I was like, I love it and I can't get it anymore. And I just, I love this one burning. Anyway. Womp womp. Let's do some Scentsy. Okay. Sorry, gotta get them all back in here. Candied cranberry pecan, delightful. A fresh tart cranberry scent. A lot of sweetness. If you like cranberry scents and you like sweet cranberry scents, here you go. French Kiss. French Kiss is a dupe of brown sugar and fig from Bath & Body Works. So if you know what that is and you loved it, well, you can't get it right now. It's a Bring Back My Bar. So spiced grapefruit, amazing. This is in my Scentsy Club subscription. This is lovely during the holidays, you guys. I have fallen in love with citrus scents during Christmas time. This one it is just a spicy grapefruit. It's got some cinnamon, some nutmeg, maybe a little bit of clove as well, mixed in with, it's like a grapefruit pomander. That's what it is. It is delightful. I love it. It's in my club subscription. I will now hoard the ones that I get throughout this year and then melt those next Christmas. Happy birthday! This is also in my Scentsy Club subscription. Funfetti birthday cake. That's what this smells like. I love it. Evergreen and grapefruit, just like it implies. It is a tree and grapefruit scent. It is delightful. This comes in a limited edition 3-pack collection, but you can add it to your club if you want to, so do that before it goes away. Cozy Cranberry. Cozy Cranberry is not quite as tart as Candied Cranberry Pecan, but it is a cranberry scent, and it's very sweet. And maybe like a little bit of vanilla in there to soften that. I don't know if there's actual vanilla in here, but there is something that softens the cranberry up so that it's not quite as like, because cranberry can be very, very tart. And this is not. This is just super pleasant. Cozy Spice. Lovely. Just holiday spices. I mean, it's nutmeg, it's cinnamon, but not red hot cinnamon. It's a gourmand cinnamon. It's vanilla. It's very generic, but really, really nice. Definitely recommend that. Very snowy spruce, a beautiful spruce, fresh, very authentic. This is really nice. We're out of tree season, at least in my home we are, but anyway. Farmhouse fir, lovely. This is kind of a perfumey tree scent. Definitely like a farmhouse type of vibe. This, for whatever reason, makes me think of like one of those like new modern farmhouses that everybody's building. Not like a legit old farmhouse, like the new version where everything is crisp and white and fresh and clean. Things aren't falling apart. Yeah, this is like some fancy lady that built herself a farmhouse on like 5 acres, and she's like trying to be really rustic, but you know. I make up stories about people in my head that like certain scents. Nobody else probably does that, but in my head, I am a fancy lady that lives in a, where would I want to live? I mean, I love my house now, don't get me wrong. Not a log cabin, but I think I kind of like a very traditional house, like, not necessarily like colonial, but kind of colonial style. I don't know. Maybe I'll build a house someday. And here comes Penny. Hi. Hi, say hi. Say, I've been busy tearing Mama's house apart. And that's what I've been busy doing. So busy. So busy. Guess whose birthday's coming up? Penny's. January 10th. She'll be 1. Can you guys believe it? Oh, stop it with that face. Ugh. I love her. I could just like look at her all day because I think she's so cute. She's just a super cutest. Oh, yes. She has been in the toilet paper. She has been in trying to get into the Christmas tree. She is trying to get into everything. Let me love you. All right. That's it, you guys. Those are my home fragrance empties for the month of December. I feel like I've had a good year of getting through a lot of things. It's very rewarding to finish up candles, especially things that I've had in my collection for a really long time. I am on a journey in 2020 to finish up a lot of my home fragrance backups and to try really hard not to buy a ton of new stuff. You'll definitely be seeing new things. Don't get me wrong. I am not one to like hold back on buying new things, but the main priority will be finishing up backups and whittling down my stash so that at some point in the new year, I can do a collection video for you guys that is manageable, because I know y'all are asking for that and you ask for it a lot. And I understand the desire to want to see what other people have, because sometimes there's really rare things and it's just kind of fun to see. But right now it's still kind of at a slightly unmanageable level and I don't want to haul it all out yet. So I'll work through some stuff for the first few months, and then maybe by early spring I can show you guys like what's left in my Bath and Body Works stash, what's in my Homeworks collection, and then like the other like randoms in like another video. So, oh, she brought in a ball. I was like, what is that squeaking? Oh God, she's cute, you guys. I love her. She's so funny. All right, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow for beauty empties if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you next weekend for home fragrance stuff. Bye.